Alright, so 6 miles to Roswell. We got a full tank of gas, half pack of cigarettes. It's dark. We're wearing sunglasses.
We're wearing lavender.
An hour has passed, so those of you charging get 3 uses back.
Alright, so Max, you want to rocket your way into Roswell? And what's your name?
I don't think my rocket's working at the moment.
You do not feel your rock power has returned yet. You're on day 3 without powers.
Alright, well, how many people do we have to transport?
I can carry all of you, but I'm going to have to roll. We got it.
There's 5 of
You
you.
can carry one of us.
I can carry 3
fast,
fine.
right?
Well, without having
What?
You fly how fast?
Yep, 3 powers back.
I actually, you know what? I think traveling through time did something. I feel like I could fly faster now than I've ever flown before. Which is about a quarter of the speed you used to get to, but it's still, you know, about half speed of sound.
Alright.
Well, guys, when I have to do this, let's go over to the cafeteria. Let's look at the coffers and see if we can get some cash.
Something to eat.
We can replace it with gold.
That's true, too.
I got $3.27.
Oh, wait, I've got $75.
I-
How
I-
much that money that is out in? I can't believe they gave us that ice cream.
I have about $6 in cash as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Jeff
Let's
Hills
take a look at our means.
Yes, Jeff Hills are acceptable.
Yeah, your bills, you know, there's a date on it. It says like 1905 or 1999 or something.
So how much money do you have, Andy the Android?
$60.
60,
Oh, wait,
okay.
they did all that retooling of money in like the mid and late.
I'm going to say,
We should just wait
we'll see how much of your cash is less than 1957, if you like.
If it's more than 0%,
Why are we in
I'd be
the
fine.
30%. So 30% of your 60. So $20 is 1957 or less. The other stuff is newer.
Yeah, I saw that one down. I was going to get
That was a question.
Thank you.
So you've got $20 that you can spend easily.
Maybe like,
The rest of it has the big
Did Jeff go back in time to buy it?
Jeff went back and died of a seeded watermelon.
There has to be a reason why we went back to this high school. Right? It's not by chance we ended up where we did.
Well,
girls here.
I mean,
Workers here.
coincidentally, we had to go to the based on what our other selves told us, we knew we were going to wind up in a school. I mean, a home ec room.
Right. So
You
they
know.
planned us being there for some
Yeah.
specific reason. Right?
No, that's just where they ended up. They didn't. I mean,
What was it? Wilma what? What was her name?
Willa Cap?
Wilma.
Oh,
Gary.
I didn't get Wilma's last name.
You did not get Wilma's last name.
I feel like the girl will be somebody prompt.
Maybe not.
It's the girl. Couldn't you have said something a little
Okay.
more descriptive?
Okay, she stood out in that room like a sore thumb, dude.
They all have acne. Have you seen them?
No.
Teenagers.
Did you see how she looked? Sarah, you were looking at her. Did you see what she looked like?
I wasn't looking at her. I was looking around for you guys.
At 16,
She looked kind of homely. I mean, she didn't look atrociously. I mean, she looked like plain Jane. She wasn't really. She was not script, really.
Guys, looking at some of the information.
Not script like a B character in the story.
Yeah, you picked her, Adam. He didn't give us to her.
Looking at
No,
some.
no. I picked her. I picked her as like, you know.
I'm going to met her for a second. We're busy doing that anyway. You went and found the girl. The GM did not present the girl to you.
Listen, I picked her out of the crowd just because she's going to be standing by herself. Nobody came up to us.
fine. Likely story.
There's still a fourth door here for the English room.
But I don't think we...
If you wear the fourth door, so let's go
Beware
in the
of the
room.
fourth door.
So we can't really go in the English room.
That's not the English mentality to me.
That sounds pretty stupid.
Sounds pretty British.
We got watch out for the fourth door. No, this is it.
I don't do that.
There's other information I came across dealing with the lab where the girl might come more into play than some random floozy who was attracted to the bat.
I think she would have been attracted to any attention.
Another hour has passed. You can. Those of you who are charging can restore 3 more.
So let's go check out the cash register in the
We could also regen.
cafeteria.
With that,
We could also regenerate.
yeah.
You know what, if you-
Figure out what your regen per hour is.
So 1.5?
I'll get a
Yeah,
hundred hit
I'd say
3 hours or 2 hours? So far.
2 hours so far.
2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I do 46 per day.
Divide that by 24.
So it's basically per hour.
I agree. Yeah, sure with that.
4, so that's 4 hours.
For hit points you're talking about?
Mhm.
How many hit points?
It's your endurance per day. So take your endurance number. You have a 63.
Yeah.
Divide that by 24. That's how many hit points per hour you get back. And then 2 hours have
Can you
passed.
break that down? 0.65?
Oh, look at I've done that for you. Yeah.
0.65, okay.
So you, per hour.
Per hour.
So you got 5 points back.
Okay.
Make me.
We've been at this for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You've been talking in the classroom, figuring stuff out for 2 hours.
We're in the home ec class.
So wait a second.
You're in home ec.
Everything else.
So we're getting clothed decently.
I assume that you are using the clothes that the nerd found, and you're putting clothes on.
You can make clothes
So
because you probably have that in somewhere where you can use the machine, make it some nice clothes.
If we come across fabric.
there's clothes
Yeah,
around.
but there's no soul.
I thought you were talking about clothes that like fit. Don't look.
No, you have no shoes. You have no underwear.
I know.
But you do have decent sized clothes that will fit all of you and get you by. If you don't like your cut or your fit, you can always make some more. You
I
think
like
you
that on
can.
my gym.
Does anybody know what gym is?
You correct your jib. You customize it.
Why don't we go to the gym, see if the lockers have any shoes?
Because there's a dance going on in the gym.
These
These
are
are high school lockers.
Yeah, we go to the locker
we
room
don't
after
want to steal any more than we have.
I would be borrowing.
That's that.
that means that we have intent to return them.
In fact, I go and I pick up a useless piece of garbage out of the trash, and I give it to
Stick to your foot.
the Batman and say, "Would you please give Mr. Gold so we can pay for the clothing you've taken?"
No. No. I don't think that's necessary.
You hear footsteps outside the hallway. They're slow and they're deliberate. They sound like somebody wearing shoes with a bit of a heavy step. Clip, clap, clip,
But with my
clap.
super hearing, can I determine it's one set of footsteps or maybe 2 teenagers looking for an empty closet?
Yeah, you can hear pretty well. As a like creature, you've got slightly better hearing, and you can hear one person, and you also hear the distinctive jingle of keys. The footsteps stop, and you hear
Security in schools?
you hear the keys jingle, and you hear a door open. It sounds like it might be the door across the hallway.
You don't need to shush. I got something to do.
Is our,
Oh,
light,
yeah,
is
so
our light off? On?
Your light is currently on, but it's not that bright.
We're not, so turn it off. What, funny?
So you come in and turn it off, though. Is there a closet we can hide in?
Desks and hide behind.
You can hide behind some desks, but you think it will be difficult to hide 5 people in a lit room with desks. You might be able to pull it off if the lights are out, but otherwise you think it'll probably be a yellow feet.
I look down the hall and I create a noise of breaking glass at the far end of the hallway.
Tell me what side, north or south?
I don't know where where are we?
You guys gonna have to zoom out a little bit, maybe. I prefer right now a zoom of 50%. Get you the lower half of the school, and then you guys can see where you are, and you hear the noise from in the classroom across.
Here?
Down
So we're here
Correct.
directly across.
That's where we were.
Oh, do I have you in the wrong room?
Yeah.
My apologies. So you're one room down. I'll move you.
All right. Let's get out of here.
And the noise that you hear is no longer directly across; it's diagonally to the right and up. So
Is there
it's.
something in this room we need to look for or find?
You
Or
know
That
what I'm
room.
going to do is actually.
Are you making that noise?
Actually, I'm gonna make the sound of a couple of kids,
Mhm.
like manipulate sound, saying, "Hey, let's go get a pack of cigarettes and beer and go to the parking lot."
Okay. Where are you
right
gonna?
outside his door, and I'm gonna make sound footstep going away. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Okay, roll me a sound manipulation check.
Come on, sound manipulation. That's awesome.
It's all about whatever your power is.
God, enemies, keys.
0.
Hold on. That was 100. Ooh, 0. What that mean?
10.
In an 8.
To get
18.
No, 0.
Was
0
it
is 0.
Zero. That's actually an 8.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's 08.
Unless he has a 0.
Unless it was
Fucking
an
the
0
die
and then
sucks.
8.
Okay, so you don't have a critical failure. The sound still happens. However, it is at a far louder volume than you anticipate
That's
to
fine.
making it.
Hey, let's go get some beer.
Hey, let's go get some beer! Clop, 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 clop. The footsteps sound like thunder in the distance.
That's all right. That'll still get him to go.
We hope.
You hear the jangle of keys,
He obviously thinks you've already had many years.
and you hear
50 people run out to the
Are you looking out? Are you looking out?
I don't think we're going to out.
Okay. You hear, hey, get back here! And an older fella starts running down the hallway in the opposite way.
Fantastic.
It seems like the janitor may not be a threat for the moment.
Guys, I think if we get stuff out of here, we can get out of the building.
We just head right out the door there. Or are the windows of the room
Okay,
right?
windows? Okay. We have windows south and...
There you go. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see a little more.
We want to check the room he just put in. It's unlocked.
No, it's inside. I don't think we need anything out of there.
Driving a bus.
All right, I check. I look across the hallway and try to look in the room to see if there's anything worth value. Any girls that notice them in there.
Okay, so you go into the other room across.
Yes, the room we haven't been in yet.
All right, that appears to be the English room. A room.
Nothing useful.
Maybe a cake we could find?
Shakespeare's. Wait.
There's a bookcase, and there's a number of classic textbooks. None of them are beyond 1957, however.
Nothing.
So take the science textbooks and burn them.
And there's papers. There's a bulletin board in this room. There's thumbtacks, and I think that's pretty much it.
I read the Henderson Hasselbeck equation on a piece, I don't know, on the science room.
I was gonna say,
I'm using my...
That is entirely within your control. Do you want to do that?
What is it?
The Henderson Hasselbeck has to do with pH and acids. That'll be very useful.
It will, because then some of that was how it was invented, just like... This is like
who
four
said he didn't invent
For those of you who don't know, the Androids player is a chemistry teacher, and he knows his chemistry science is down pat. Up to you if you want to go ahead and introduce something that hasn't been invented yet.
No need to alter
Actually, I think it was over there.
I'm gonna use my sound manipulation to listen for, or you can use your vibration to listen for footsteps coming our way. You have
Well, I can hear it, yeah.
Well, he's got good hearing, but he does not have vibration detection.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
I could hear it if you're making noise.
Yeah. If you want to make a listen check, you can.
Sure, make a listen check.
It's dead quiet right now. You don't hear anything.
Alright, I think we have exhausted our time here.
I'm pretty awesome.
Let's leave and see to find a place to hold up.
You do realize that you're feeling exhausted and beat up. Those of you who survived for a few rounds in the time vortex feel completely drained. You recall that just an hour, or well, 3 hours ago, your time, you were battling for your lives against Nemesis. You were fighting with a Black Widow spider. So you definitely are starting to feel it. It's turning into quite a long day.
What day of the week is it? Andy?
October?
Friday. Friday.
There's a dance, so I'm assuming it's Friday or Saturday.
So
Tell him.
the school will probably be
Tell
closed
him.
tomorrow.
Friday, by the way.
If we can find it, if there's places to sack out. The school will be closed tomorrow. Or we can go wherever, somewhere else.
I'd say stay here. It'll be...
This is where teachers sleep, so it should be fine.
We go and search in the teacher's lounge.
Oh, we get to find to see what happens in teachers' lounge.
It's
They
like
lock the
smoke,
door
it's
behind
like
us.
57.
And we're
Holy
gonna
smokes, the bathrooms don't smoke.
You are searching for the teacher's lounge? Okay, so I need you all to sort of make agility checks.
Agility?
I need you to be... Are you being stealthy, or are you just walking?
No, we are going to be helping with my sound manipulation.
Whoa,
Everybody is absolutely dead silent.
We have Champion here. Let him run around the building. Right? He's instantly recognizable as the winner of the contest.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be in the gym.
Whoa, we waited out.
Do students walk around?
You've been in here for
the
3 hours now?
school?
It's 3 hours. Add an extra 3 uses.
The
It's
dance
been
is
3 hours
almost
now.
over.
11:30.
The dance is almost over, it's not over. Let's wait another hour, everybody will clear out, and then we'll have free reign of the school.
What are you guys going to do?
Wait.
Get out.
Okay.
I take a nap.
You listen to the 6-year-old, and his... Oh, sorry, 8. Apologies. And his wisdom seems to prove out. You do hear sort of a final dance, those of you who are keying in with your ability to hear. So Brian Baird hears this.
Are they playing Stairway to Heaven?
It
That was Final Dance when I was in
You
school.
mainly hear...
Home sweet home.
It's an encore. It's an encore birthday meal.
and also, of course, the Whisperer can hear what's going on in the auditorium. Soon after that,
Like the conduit with everybody.
yeah, you can amplify it for the room. After that, you hear everybody leaving. You hear cars driving away. You hear
It's the 50s. We hear them right.
you hear the bands packing up and taking off. And pretty soon, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning on Halloween Eve, and you are now in possession of a quiet school. There's not a peep.
And $75, but we're out to get you.
I look in the room for any, like if there's a newspaper around, if there's anything useful.
You got a hot tea.
tea.
We had a newspaper, right? We probably still have that newspaper?
You didn't mention picking it up, so your knowledge, it might still be outside on in the road.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you were with me when we found it, so you have it already in your memory.
I didn't look through the whole thing.
Don't fail.
Do we want to search the whole school since we have some time?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's search the little school for like gym nets, some place to sleep.
I'm gonna run down the hallway and I know where
I'm
it's
tired.
I don't have
No,
any.
you're not.
There's the newspaper if you're interested in looking at anything there, but it's mostly trivial stuff. Turkey shoots, new cars, bring your beef to us, and we will wrap it.
Heat dryer with automatic control.
Mhm.
For her.
Yeah, it was an exciting time in 1957.
Oh, I forgot it was sexist too.
Auctions. Ooh, an auction's going up.
You notice the advertisement in the top left-hand corner. Are you sick? Do you suffer with headaches, neuritis, sinus trouble, deafness, eye weakness, kidney, stomach, or liver disorders, constipation, misery in your back and your head, nerves unsteady, etc.? Chiropractic gets sick people well many times after other methods fail. Why suffer any longer? See your chiropractor today. You do find some methods. You were able to fashion beds for yourself that are relatively comfortable, all things considered.
I sleep next to the outlet without my finger in.
Okay. You can absolutely do that, although if you make a reason check for me, if you like, you don't have to.
And you know what? You have no chance of succeeding if you roll.
Andy recommends to you that you don't even have to. Well, yeah, okay, go ahead.
68.
68, that's a green, made for 8.
Out of the good.
Out of good? Oh, it is. You realize that you saw some electrical tubing in the science lab, and you may be able to plug it into the outlet.
Isn't that called wire?
Wire, yeah. So you may be able to sleep without plugging your finger into an outlet. You can sleep comfortably.
I wire it up.
Yep.
So my power's fully charged, my hit points double.
Knob and tube.
Well, they recharge, every day, the amount of your endurance.
Knob and tube.
Per day, but it's only rolling 6 points.
Right, so 12 points.
But my power's at full now.
Yeah.
Will anybody vibrating me?
And my sleep.
I meditate. This is just like
The Eldrin, that's it.
We could spoon. You can vibrate.
I talked to the
I'm a
whisperer.
spoon.
Yes, and I say, we're gonna have to
Big spoon.
recreate that little episode we had where you kind of got me to use up my energy.
We're gonna need to do that somewhere quiet and it's make a lot of noise.
Tomorrow will be day 2, and that will be sort of the day 2 of withdrawal for you, so you will suffer a -1. Well, no, he's day 3 of no powers. Tomorrow will be day 4 of no powers, and tomorrow will be day 2, he expended powers, because with your
Are
help.
you guys having this conversation in the quiet corner where we can't hear you?
I would imagine.
Yes.
Oh,
Shutting.
wait a minute.
I turned to
Can I
someone
hear
like,
that?
do
Are you just whispering, or did you expend a power?
Do you think we?
If you want to roll in the yellow.
I mean, I can't.
This is
can't
for my
make it,
stoner?
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna hold us.
Of course,
That's up to you,
that's
but
exactly.
absolutely. I think it'd be wise.
I think at this point, like once everybody's settled, kind of like a little superhero powwow at the Justice League
Mm-hmm.
of the Wilmington School, whatever we're at, and I fill in the rest of the team as to the issue where I don't expend my power.
Okay, great. But I didn't
So
see
now we're kind of stuck in 1957, and I don't know like what that means.
Okay. So did you guys get that?
Why don't you just vibrate the air up?
You have unlimited, don't you?
Yeah, I can do what I will.
And how much is your vibration?
63. It's pretty powerful.
I know you tried
Better than mine.
I think it might be the most powerful, like,
You try to work power all the time. Like when you use rocket power, you use it for more than a second at a time. Perhaps I could charge you and induce electricity into you for several minutes, where your regenerative power will have to operate the entire time.
I can just shake you to hurt you, shake your internal organs. And
I-
it doesn't cost me a
Versus
lot.
just the
I'll just switch mine.
bullet.
and then
Well,
you-
I'm trying to make it so that we don't have a charge loan. Like, I can
Yeah, but I can
vibrate all
return.
day and night. You guys can't do your stuff all day. Yeah, I know. I can just sit here and vibrate your organs and cause you.
I mean,
I don't know how comfortable it would be.
I don't think it worked exactly by like just biting me. I think it was the fact that he pretty much kind of took over my body.
and expended
And
energy.
Well,
expended
if
energy.
you swap us, I can do purpose.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I
he
can
would
vibrate
have to-
you from within his
Well, I was
body,
gonna say he'd have to swap you with me.
and then I can vibrate him from within your body and charge him.
And the charge I just lost.
And also, you're damage resistant. I can use my elemental conversion, and it won't hurt your body.
Andy,
Yeah.
But it won't hurt you if I don't keep it under your.
And we can
I-
make
I-
gold.
I can make piles of gold.
I would assume you have records of all mutants and other similarly gifted people available in this general time frame and era.
The only ones that were made available to us.
Perhaps there's
That's
one
the-
that has the vampiric ability to suck energy,
You have always lapsed to the
and we can use that person to siphon off some of Max's additional power.
I just want to I admire your brainstorming session, but I do want to point out you already found a solution to this problem, so I'm not sure if you want to spend more time finding more solutions.
So I was
You
going
guys
to
broke my couch?
I'm going to switch it. No,
What?
what couch? I don't know.
Oh, you guys didn't say that?
No.
I think you want to click on roll 20.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to switch. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to switch Brian and Mac. I'm going to switch their bodies.
Okay.
It's going to be disruptive. Please hold on.
I need you to
roll eight, sorry.
I need you to roll, and as long as you don't get a critical failure and you have willing participants,
I'm willing.
then just don't roll less than 10.
And I'm going to need to die. 6.
Okay, so you
61.
succeed, and Brian, for the first time, I think this is the first time you've switched bodies with anyone
That I know.
that you know of. It is.
You know, I did wake up in a strange body once.
You did.
The one you have? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. When you find yourself in Max's body, it is incredibly refreshing because you can hear again the way you never were able to before. Your body feels like what you used to have before the experiment.
Probably even bigger.
Although it feels strange not to have your wings, you also feel an incredible sense of rejuvenation, of strength, of vivacious that you never felt before. On the other hand,
And by the way, and you're, holy cow,
You're pretty much, you're pretty much
That's the
like,
smallest I've ever seen.
and on the other hand, Max the Tank, now that you find yourself in the body of the Bat, who is the squishiest member of the party with the fewest hit points, you feel like if you take a wrong step, your legs will break.
Oh, you're also half dead.
If you recall from the movie Unbreakable, Morgan Freeman's, or not Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson's character, who just was breaking all the time, you feel like that character. It succeeds. You are now in each other's bodies. What happens next?
Guys, can you know your coins are going to make them gold? Or is there anything more valuable we can easily turn it back?
something less valuable. Well, take all my coins and turn it into gold.
What's that? Can we just bring up like okay, we're gonna go somewhere with any price on gold pencil.
You got $75.
why, does it turn it into that into gold?
I guess I can
Pencil
change
itself?
the shape. Wait a minute.
You can.
I can turn it out of thin air.
It's
I
not.
can be later into whatever.
Bless you.
Could be dead set for all we care.
We don't have to go on about when we get
All right,
there.
I start converting energy. 1 pound. I think 1 pound. 1 pound in mass.
Look at the garbage. Clean it up.
You had one assumption that the body resistance would be kicking in.
Yes.
The moment you convert 1 pound of air into gold, you just make a roll for me. Don't make a critical failure. You will find that it should be successful. That's not going to be too hard.
8.
Really?
Yes.
I am sorry to say that you attempt to convert the air into gold. You feel a sharp, painful sensation.
Is this a failure?
This is a failure. You've taken 20 points of damage.
Yeah, that's all right.
You feel quite weak.
Points of damage.
You think maybe it's because you're just not used to this body. It's throwing you off.
It's on your body.
No, but
No, my body didn't.
the body resistance does not seem to be working. You take 20 points of damage to your body. Yeah. This is,
Wait a minute. This is weird.
What's your
I feel
vibration?
pain, but not really.
no, you feel it. It's like it's yours. It's like it's your
Let's
pain.
use the vibration thing.
Let me just try this one more
Can
time.
you just
Yes, I'm use the vibration thing.
The
I do
vibration.
energy under
You
conversion.
get vibrating?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should mention you feel like you've had 5 cups of coffee and 3 Red Bulls.
Okay,
Brian.
52.
52. That's a success,
Sure, it's
right?
green.
Excellent.
I will look it up just to make sure, but I pumped that up to a remarkable. Yeah, that's a green.
Okay, very good. And upon doing so, you have the strongest. Do you convert or?
So awesome.
Sorry, did you use vibration or convert?
No, I used convert. I told him I was using vibration. I used
All right.
vibration.
1 pound of gold appear in your hand. You take 1 point of damage. You wince slightly. Body resistance does not prevent that, but you do take 1 point of damage. It appears to succeed, but you
It hurts you a little bit, but I need this.
but you
but I don't need that right now.
you still feel incredibly jumpy. In fact, it doesn't feel like that. Your jumpiness changed the
What are
slightest.
these powers that I can use to get it to stop doing stupid shit?
You have flight and sonar. He does not have a lot of physical powers, but you have flight and sonar. You're not going to be able to hurt yourself punching with Brian's fist.
What happens if I accidentally die inside his body?
I get to yours forever.
That's an interesting question. I hope that we will never have to find out. But a hero may one day have to find out.
All right, yeah, I vibrate. I vibrate, Chris. I vibrate vibrator.
Okay. Because you've done it so often and your vibe skill is the strongest power out of anybody on the team, your very first use takes you...
I want to make sure I don't connect with it. I want to turn it up and see how high I can go.
Okay. All right, so you do up to his body resistance and damage to his own body?
I'm more concerned about hurting Chris, about hurting the vibrator.
Who are you attacking?
No,
I'm
you're
attacking the
vibrating
vibrator.
me because
Oh, you're charging. Oh, okay, very good.
I don't know if I can.
That's good.
Spend
I
a
don't know if I
minute to make him go into him. Now he's free.
Well, the roll. If you get red, you get triple damage, or triple charge, maybe.
I don't want to vibrate him so hard that it hurts him.
I got
Yeah.
control of it.
Failure.
That's going to be a that's a 93.
Excellent. Congratulations. In one fell swoop, he has charged you, given you back 2 charges in one shot, the equivalent of almost an hour of charging. Your body that you're in right now, Ryan Baird, feels calm and at peace. The heart is no longer pumping very quickly. The symptoms that Max the Tick described appear to have completely abated.
How much time do I have left?
You have about 25 seconds.
I want to kind of convert 5 pounds of gold. 5 pounds of air gold.
Okay, make a roll. Don't make a critical failure.
That's what you bet.
When I get out of this body, I'm going to pound him into the ground.
That's not a critical failure.
I'm going to pound him into the ground.
5 additional
Find out what happens when the
Oh wow, that's green.
5 additional pounds of gold materialize from thin air. You feel like a wave, like somebody's just put a fan in your
Oh
face.
yeah, it actually takes that air and makes it so it creates a vacuum.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
how big 5 pounds of air is, but that's how big the vacuum is. Wow.
it's fortunate that you have open windows and holes for the doors, because much of the air in the entire room would have been taken away. But there's a rush as the air is filled back in. And just at that moment, as soon as the 5 pounds of gold appear, your mind switch back. The gold falls to the ground with a big clump.
You get to the goal.
Max the Tank, you feel like you are on day 0. Your issue has, for the moment, been resolved.
I didn't take any more damage.
You took a total of
You took 5 damage from me converting.
26 points of damage. 26 points of damage total.
Night of rest.
I kick Brian Baird with everything I have.
You could kill me.
Really?
Yeah, you still.
All right.
He's the same fight, and you're gonna be in there.
Make a roll. That doesn't sound very heroic.
We can convert gold.
No, we don't need money. We don't need money at all.
You converted gold outside of my mouth.
You're stronger than I
It
am.
doesn't
You
matter. You do
regenerate.
not need. I generate 46 points worth of 46 points per day.
Yeah, I regenerate 3.
Up to you. Tomorrow is a Saturday, it seems.
So you literally just took basically a third of my hit points.
You have
76.
Okay, that's also twice as many points as I have.
But you fly around like a fruitcake.
Listen, we're spending the whole day relaxing here.
Let's go.
It's not a big
How
deal.
much are you yelling at? How much are you yelling at?
So I'd like to know, what are you doing on Saturday? Saturday morning arrives, the light shines. You wake up early because it's not a very comfortable environment. It's about 7:30 in the morning. You hear birds chirping outside.
I
You know, like-
silence the go ahead.
Okay. You're feeling, many of you are feeling quite hungry,
Oh,
except of course for the android.
Cafeteria, I'm good. Can't steal the food.
We can pay for it.
It's not stealing. It's available for us to eat. It's there.
Without paying for it. Or we can leave money or gold behind.
Let's go Costello's Pizza.
Yeah, gold's not gonna spark some sort of
Well, like missing food won't spark any kind of interest?
in a
I'm
high
gonna
school.
go. I'm gonna go to the gym see if there's any sneakers because I need sneakers or shoes.
You go to the gym, there's a locker room.
Yes, last.
In the locker room, there are several lockers. Some of them are unlocked. You look in one, you find a pair of sneakers.
So I find a pair.
They're too big, but they will fit if you tie them tightly.
Oh,
Do I find a pair of
sounds
steel
very
tights?
similar to that.
Not in any of the open lockers. You find a total of 3 additional pairs of
Are there
shoes.
locks on the lockers?
There are padlocks on
That's
some.
the term.
So I could use my sound manipulation to figure out the code on the lock and open up the lockers.
You,
Vibration,
yeah, you think that if you use sound
You
manipulation,
detect vibrations you can
you can either use sound manipulation, listen for the click as you turn the dial, or you can use vibration enhancement to enhance the click to make it loud.
Before we have thieves,
We can't walk around town without
Let's look on the inside of the school, look out to see what surrounds the building. Perhaps there's a shoe store. We have some cash courtesy of Ryan. Why does Brian always have money? We should purchase shoes without a shoe.
Karma, baby.
So we do a quick first sweep, looking at
we also
everything around the
found, we
school.
can find other clothes right next to the custodian.
I'm
Okay.
feeling something to cover my whole body.
You make a route of the
I can
school.
make you smaller in about 3.2 seconds.
What a bitch like a little girl.
You're gonna bitch like a little girl when I stamp you into the
Or
floor.
I will squeal like a little girl when you snake me. There's a difference.
You won't even have a chance to squeal.
Okay.
Okay.
The school sits at the top of a hill. You have a good vantage point of the entire town of Wiggum, located in Mississippi. In fact, in a distance, you're so close that you might even be able to see a portion of Mississippi River, way off in the distance. It's a clear day. You see Main Street. Main Street does appear to be thriving and buzzing with activity. You see 1950s vehicles in the distance, in several stores. You don't see a shoe store. You see a hardware store. You see an all-purpose store. You see a pharmacy / drugstore / candy / soda place. All the traditional.
Jewelry store?
You do not see a jewelry store from where you're staying. No.
Bank?
And there's a very large bank,
Pawn shop?
and next to the bank there is a large department store.
Pawn shop?
Department store?
You do not see a pawn shop. So you've got a bank, hardware store, department store, pharmacy, and did I miss anything? I think that's it. In a gas station.
Let's go to the,
See, the bank says no shoes, no service.
Have those signs been made yet?
we can go to either the bank, deposit, or we just go get some shoes.
Go get some shoes and some clothes, and if you can, a big coat.
Get some food. All right, department store it is. Food.
Oh.
Are we paying for this with gold bars?
No, no, he's got
Yeah,
$75.
$75.
Alright,
You were there when I won it.
I realize that.
Okay, so all of you go to the department store.
No.
Not Brian.
Oh no, but not Brian.
I need to hide out at the outskirts of town.
And don't you acknowledge your son?
I'll hang out with
That
Brian.
makes my powers reduce.
Oh, all right.
Well, I actually disappear, but I have a flight in my hearing and my sonar. I do not have my energy manipulation, so I won't be able to communicate with you, like we did last night.
I'll hang out with you. I'll give you
I
my
will
size.
visual scan of their feet.
Okay. you do a visual scan.
I think it would be either one of us going in with the.
You're actually-
with the guy.
3 years ago.
You're
Those
actually,
separate used to.
you're actually
Me and my two dads.
So we're going shopping.
Yes, sir.
So you make your way in the 1950s to the department store. And department stores of the 1950s are a little different from department stores of 2013. They are much more focused on the customer. You get personal service. Who's going in?
What?
We have the android, and who else?
Tank?
The tank and Whisperer.
Oh, yeah.
As you walk in, a smarmy, well-dressed, well-kept man approaches you. He's dry washing his hands. He is incredibly servile. And with a level of politeness that is only becoming of a butler of England in London, he says to you, "Welcome to Umbre's department store. I am John Umbre. Welcome. What can I get for today?" "Ah, I see. Some of you are not wearing shoes. Perhaps you might check our shoe selection. We have a fine collection."
Mr. Umbre, I have $75 that I just need to spend.
Yeah, I
every
gave you
single penny.
5.
You gave us
I gave you
$75.
20. I'm funny.
Every dime of this $75 I need to spend today.
Oh,
Why
well
would you
then,
do that? Then we have no cash as a cook.
it is your lucky day.
No.
What do you need, my friend? Whatever you need, we can provide. And we have reasonable prices.
Suits, shoes, you name it, we want it.
Well, it is your lucky day because today is half off Saturday. Everything in the men's clothing department is half off. We have a tailor on the premises. We can customize suits for you. You just let us know what you'd like. Well, our most expensive suits today are a double striped herringbone in a marvelous shade of blue. Only $50 for one suit.
Excellent.
And this is
Check that out.
extremely expensive. That comes with the cufflinks. That comes with the shoes. There are diamond cufflinks come included. You can imagine you get quality for the price that you're
Need
paying.
underwear, socks, and shoes.
That's it.
Excellent.
What would you like, sir? Where would you like to
I
start?
think we first need to get some basics, but then I think we need to check out those suits.
Very
Let
good.
me see how much we have left over after we get some necessities.
So basic sundries then?
Close and keep rolling.
Let's start with some basic sundries.
He takes you to the shoes department. You find a wide section of shoes, some of which make you green because you do grin because you see some Converse's sneakers on the shelves, which looks no different than what they might look like in 2013. You see penny loafers. You see traditional patent leather. You know the sizes of the folks. So you pick out sets of shoes that comfortably fit everyone. What type of shoes are you going for?
We go for the Chuck Taylors.
Okay.
For kids, I can do that.
Yeah.
Desert boots.
Desert boots? I'm so sorry. We don't have the boots that you're describing in stock.
Wait. They were all the way back. Dad has a pair.
Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking like survival boots.
No, desert boots.
Oh,
Right?
desert boots. Oh, yeah. Dad was wearing them. You can find a ton of those. Okay, very good. You find a pair of suede beige desert boots. Next
I
tank.
asked for a pair of those.
I grabbed
Okay.
Mr. Umbre when I
Loafers for nerd.
Mr. Umbrum, where would you keep your high-end cowboy boots?
Ah, yes. It's interesting that you asked that. With the current time of year and all, they've been the most popular selection. I've been selling cowboy boots to the esteemed students on top of the hill on Elm Street for quite a few weeks now. Come this way, we still have a few left over.
Excellent.
He takes you to selection. They all look like they are costume, like garnished, not real cowboy boots, but like with like glitter on them and stuff. The sort of thing you'd see like on a stage rather than actually in there. You don't think they would be very useful as shoes to wear on an ongoing basis.
So where are your real cowboy boots, not decorative cowboy boots?
Oh, I am so sorry. This is the remainder of our fine selection that must have sold out. But perhaps I could interest you in this fine, durable pair of hiking boots. And he shows you a pretty nice pair of good-looking hiking boots.
All right, I try them on, see if they fit.
It's a perfect fit. Seems like good quality.
No,
I'll take 2 pairs.
Very good, sir. Is there anything else that I can get for you?
You got underwear and socks?
Of course.
we grab underwear socks for the group.
He kind of looks at you up and down for a second, makes a slight face, but as a consummate professional, says not a thing.
Of course.
He takes you to the underwear section, and you pick out what you need.
And boxers, please.
I decided to find some nicer clothes that actually fit better than the stuff I found in the home ec department.
Okay, you do appear...
Clothes that appear, you know, that would fit in this very
Look like you found
southern
this
town. That yeah.
Sure, so, I mean, blue jeans
Yeah,
and
oh, yeah.
T-shirts are still very popular if you want to go blue jeans and a white T-shirt.
Yeah, I would say I want a nice leather jacket.
We do have those in stock, of course. Excellent choice, sir. Excellent choice. I should let you know that according to my calculations, I think you're up to about $39.
With the leather jacket?
Indeed.
Can you get some?
Welcome to 1957.
Why don't you everybody a reasonable set of clothing?
Everybody gets a reasonable
And we
set of
should get a
clothing
large trench coat for Mr. Matwick.
and a big hat
Trench coat and a hat for the bat?
for the battle.
No problem. Find those. Everybody in time gets a reasonable set of clothing that seems relatively durable, that matches you with current environment. All told, you spent about $46. You still have money left over. At this point, Mr. Umbre says, I do apologize. I have to ask. It certainly seems you're focusing on the basics. If I might ask, are you travelers? Did you lose your luggage?
We did, unfortunately.
Oh, that's so terrible.
And so we're kind of, you know, stuck because not only did we lose our luggage, we lost most of our money with our luggage at this point. So
Ah, well, perhaps I can interest you in a pair of luggage then, or perhaps some backpacks.
I think backpacks would be very useful.
Oh, of course, right this way.
Yes.
He shows you to a selection of backpacks.
Now, since we have our luggage stolen, we do have some other assets. Is there other places where we could trade assets? Like, say, a gold bar or precious
I'm not
coins?
happy. with
Oh,
the-
my.
I'm not thinking like that.
Wiggum doesn't have anything like that. The town next door, which is Wembley, they do have a pawn shop, and there's a collector of fine stamps. You may try there.
Okay.
So we're $49. How much are we with? Let's say we get 3 backpacks.
It would be 53.
53. Okay. I asked Mr. I'm like, do you guys have a sporting goods section?
Have we got a sporting goods section? We have the finest sporting goods section in all of Wiggum County. Let me tell you, sir, right this way.
I think we need to pick up your sporting goods section.
He takes you to aisle 3, of which half of aisle 3 is sporting goods.
Aisle 3 is 12 feet long.
It's, yes, precisely. It's not a wide selection. You see some football cleats. There's all sorts of like balls, bats, mitts for baseball.
Wouldn't that be a
A right-handed glove or a right-handed glove?
Yes.
Ah, we have the latest Red Ryder BB gun.
Is an official Red Ryder carbine action? Oh, I can't
With
remember
the
now.
compass, with the compass.
So the guns to the stock of the thing that tells time?
Steel Cobalt Blue Stock, sir.
200-shot model rifle?
Indeed
I
it
would
is.
say I was there. Sound manipulation.
We do have slingshots. Those have been very popular, especially as summer is, or the December is approaching. You find a selection of like 3 slingshots. They're inferior, absolutely inferior to what you had before. These are like slingshots.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are what kids use. They're not like professional composite like what you had previously.
Just get me a handful of
Okay.
I put my 5 cents back so I don't steal from anybody.
Very good. And you got yourself a kid's slingshot and let's say 25 pellets.
I told Andy.
Oh, he's not with you? Oh,
No,
excuse me.
I was going to say, yeah, we didn't tell you that we set the sound manipulation so that we could talk to them and have them.
You can do that. Sure.
Of course, it's always known.
Okay.
I gotta look at that now. It's like, no, wait, oh, can we go back? No, it's, oh, we forgot to tell you. Oh, hi, Bob.
I'm reasonable. $60. You're at $60 now.
We gotta save some.
Yeah, I think
We gotta get something.
Anything else? Can I interest you in anything? You know, I have just the thing for you. It is the latest, we call it a portable radio. It is wonderful at the beach. The children love it. Come, follow me. So small and portable.
I think we should go check those out. I think
At the lake,
Room,
by the river.
I think also maybe we could do some watches.
Oh, watches, of course. We have a fine selection. He showed you the radio, which is this massive box, which is absolutely immense.
It's less than 3 feet tall. That's
Yeah.
portable.
And then he takes you to the watches, where you find a reasonable selection of timepieces. You find a couple of battery-powered ones, and you find some that are, as you swing your arm, they self-charge.
I'll call the windy one.
Can they like that?
Oh yeah, maybe the last one.
Okay, and you find some windy ones. You all want watches?
Yes, everybody can watch.
All right, done. Everybody's got a watch. And now you're at 65.
Good. Get
I
out.
don't even.
You should get Tunnel Crown.
Turn around.
Okay, you're at 64.
All right. We don't need anything else.
Just remember, what else might you have? I seem to have just
Food.
a little bit left.
You are travelers.
We need to buy food.
Do you require a good map for your next journey? I'm not sure what else I can offer you. You've done so well by us so far. We want to put you to the loyalty program.
I think we're okay without a map at the moment. Is there a car deal?
Okay.
Nice thing of cars.
How about, where would be the best place to get something to eat?
Oh, well, there's Stella's Pizza, of course. There's a local diner nearby. And in Wembley's, you might be able to find a couple of other establishments. I understand that they have a place that serves Chinese food, but I wouldn't trust it if I were you. I would stay away from that.
I've heard rumors that the Chinese use rats.
Oh, my. I had not heard that, sir.
Or was it cats? Something with 3 letters.
I will be very careful. You realize that there are some advantages to living in 2013. That
No
people,
shawarma there either.
I already asked her, so
there's a lot of closed-minded people in 1957. That's for sure.
Yeah, do we want to eventually get to Dallas?
it's in Dallas.
That's not the way.
Oh, you're saying it's in front of,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. We need to move. You're there.
How do we get there?
What a charming young boy you have here. To get the way you get to Dallas, my friend, is
Practice.
it's the same way you get to Carnegie Hall. You must practice, practice, practice. If you want to play,
3 times.
one day we will have a professional ball team, and they'll be looking for you. So pre-practicing now.
I'm
But
looking at it like this. I look at these guys.
Is there a bus, taxi, or a
Train.
car rental that we can
train?
look into?
Do they have cars?
oh, you're looking to travel?
Need to go west.
Yes, we need to get to Dallas.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Okay. Well, in that case, I imagine that you have a few options at your disposal, of course. I imagine that you could purchase a car. There is a
VW bus.
bus service that goes out of Wembley. Or, of course, many of young folk do it these days. I'm not sure if you've heard it's custom. They actually walk on the road, then they stick out their hand with the thumb up, and good Samaritans will actually stop and bring them on their way. It's really quite something. There are commercial flights, of course, but those are so rare and infrequent, and there is no airport, nearby.
I was in the bus station, maybe our best option for this.
There's a bus station in Wembley.
I was in the bus station. Or you could fly and I could transport it. Maybe Max will go back someday.
I can carry somebody.
I'm sorry, you could do what?
You can't really hear me.
Oh, you're not talking out loud
No,
right now?
I'm talking to
Well, thank you for your
Josh.
time.
Oh, using sound manipulation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. We give them a tip. Do not eat yellow snow.
Oh, you're too kind.
Whatever you do not breathe underwater.
Oh, I like you. You are funny. Oh, there is a train as well.
Don't.
There's a train?
Indeed, from Wembley. It's our largest center.
Better than the Yankees.
How far west does the train go?
How far west does the train go?
Oh, you said Dallas, right?
Correct. Look at the weather further.
It would take you into Dallas, definitely. It might get you as far as Abilene, but I don't think the train continues past Abilene. But of course, I'm sure the people at the train station could tell you more about that.
I'm seeing the old hobo hopping a freight car.
Freight car?
We gotta get stick in a kerchief.
You got it.
All right, let's get to the...
I think after we get all our purchases, we then go and spend the rest of Brian's money buying
Oh,
food.
you know?
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Including the dollar tip, the total comes to $65, leaving you with $10 remaining.
Oh, that's plenty of all this. You can only eat like King's for like $5.
Yeah, a meal is about 5 cents. A really good meal might run at 10,
Get
15.
like a couple pizzas in the back.
I spent all $10 on food. I'm just really hungry.
That's true. You have very... Okay, you managed to pick up an assortment of items at the pizza place. You stop at the pharmacy, which is also a soda jerk and serves candy. You load up on high-calorie, sugary, delicious items. Unfortunately, because of your hunger needs, it does burn through 7 of your $10. You go through an astonishing amount of food, given how much damage you've taken. You now have $3 remaining, but you do have enough food to last with the pizzas probably a couple of days.
Did they have takeout pizza back then?
No, you had to go to the restaurant and order it.
I was thinking, like, for cover, if I have some of your old bandages, I could be a leper.
Burn victim.
Yes, burn victim.
Hmm.
That's much better.
I do everything.
I don't think I could sit in a corner by myself. Maybe I only turn out of every like third or fourth place. I like burn
Do I get to say, did you lose another finger?
By the way,
You wouldn't know me. I just happened to be there.
as you were talking, using your sound manipulation vibration with Brian Baird, all of a sudden the sound kind of goes out for a second and can't hear him, and then it comes back in. Brian, you realize that you walked by a window. When the sunlight touched your skin, you lost your powers briefly, and then when you kept on walking because you were pacing in the classroom, as soon as you were far enough away from sunlight, your powers kicked back in and you were able to resume communication.
Even though that's his power we're not using my power at all.
Oh, you're not transmitting?
No.
With vibration?
No, it's all him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, excuse me, so it's only an extension, you
Yeah,
using your
I
power.
think if you can manipulate the direction,
I can
so
hear
you can talk
everything.
across distances.
That's true,
You guys see your
that's true.
training schedule somehow.
Your range is 1,256 feet, by the way, just so you know. That's like half a mile.
We can train schedule, Bob, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that.
Okay, it looks like the only way you're going to get a train schedule is by going to Wembley, which is next town over. You may have to hitchhike.
How far away is it?
It's not far, it's about 10 miles.
Let's start walking.
Well, does the train pass through this town?
No. It comes east-west, and you are just a bit south of the connection to the train. It's like close. Wembley is between like Jacksonville and Wiggins.
Okay, we've. What's the extent of how it can transport us?
300 miles per hour.
For how long?
I don't know. You probably get tired.
Andy the android, in hearing that question, you were able to call into your in your databanks the current electrical grid of 1957 America. Now, this is the unified U.S. grid. It is, but there are small bits and pieces that connect them internally. But this is the overall U.S. infrastructure. And you draw, I presume, on the chalkboard, or you project for the chalkboard.
And the second thing about that is it hasn't changed since 1957.
Actually, there's a lot more development in
There's a lot more.
Texas.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the original grid, which is what part of the problem is with this country. It's still the original grid.
Yeah.
Maybe in 1857.
So if you're curious about transportation across the entire grid, you may have to find small bits and pieces. You could probably transport yourself uninterrupted along many of these lines, but it gets hard once you get farther west.
Yeah, we're kind of most of the way there. We can get to eastern Texas. That's here about San Antonio. Actually, I know where that is.
No, down
We're
there.
here.
Probably more
We need to
Houston.
go across here, over here.
Right, even into Texas.
So could you get, like, have to go through Canada? I guess, I don't know, is there, like, lines here we can't see? Is this actually connected? And this actually connected? And this all connected?
Canada has really not a very well developed infrastructure. You might get a
This
couple,
is all-
like 50 or 60
So
miles.
there's no way to get from, say, here to here.
No, not easily.
No way to get here.
No.
Because that's...
But you might be able to like end up, sort of at the end point of a major connection point. Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I assume you're talking about, like, right here.
yeah, it's not. Oh, hang on. Yeah, right here. You can get to like there, and then maybe you hop on a car or something until you can find a town, and then see how many towns you can find connected, and then who knows, maybe that would get you to here. But that would be effort involved to try to leverage full electric.
It looks like a train.
I think the train is the best option. How long it takes to drive 1,000 miles?
I think
About 40 miles an hour average,
Yeah.
maybe?
if you take a look at the map,
66 is here now.
Andy knows the answer to that.
Of course, you just.
There it is.
20 hours.
Can you make less?
How about 15 hours, 20 minutes?
Well, that's at our speeds now. Then that's the case.
Looks like-
I mean, I think either we go
Well,
by.
that's 55 miles an hour.
No, Google's really spot on. They know when you're going to speak.
Andy,
And now that I look at it, I mean, you're going through West Texas.
can you make me a intuition check if you don't mind?
Yeah, they do.
Or a reason check is fine. Whichever one is higher.
Deserts in Arizona where it's
In
like
Arizona,
85.
85.
Okay. I knew it was
Yeah.
somewhere.
do we want-
Actually, South Carolina is 80.
Don't forget the
miles an
cars
hour.
don't go much
Yeah.
faster than 60, 65.
I was just
No, I
saying,
mean, like,
these cars probably
It's 7-0.
I
about
got
75.
guys,
Okay.
guys, DW van.
We need it.
Wait a few days, 4 hours to come back. Nick said they would come, the powers would come back